Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heather and I have been stuck with imposter syndrome for the past 3 days. So while I battle with that before bringing you a more academic Jane Austen July video, today I took inspiration from one of Marissa at Blatantly Bookish's videos, which was testing your knowledge of Jane Austen quizzes. And I thought I would go with that in the interim and give you a similar quiz. Not one that I wrote myself. I found it in the Jane Austen quiz book by Helen Barton, which I have not really looked at since I bought it in Bath at the Jane Austen Center in 2009. So I thought it was high time I took another look. So today I will be bringing you the quiz about Northanger Abbey, since that is this year's group read for Jane Austen July. So I'm going to read you the questions here. You're welcome to pause the video in between questions if you'd like a little bit of extra time to think about it. And then I will put up a marker at the end of the video where I will read out the answers. Are you ready? Here we go. Question number 1. What profession is Catherine Morland's father? Number 2. Do you know his first name? Number 3. Quote, she had neither beauty, genius, accomplishment, nor manner, and dress was her passion. Both of these quotations describe the same character. Who is she? Number 4. Catherine comes from a large family. How many brothers and sisters does she have? Is it A, 7, B, 9, or C, 11? Number 5. Mrs. Thorpe invites Catherine to Bath. True or false? Number 6. Whom do the following lines describe? Quote, he seemed to be about 4 or 25, was rather tall, had a pleasing countenance, a very intelligent and lively eye, and, if not quite handsome, was very near it. So who does that describe? Number 7. What is Henry Tilney's profession? Number 8. Name the street in Bath where the Allens and Catherine stay. Number 9. How do Mrs. Thorpe and Mrs. Allen know one another? Number 10. Quote, he was a stout young man of middling height. Does this describe John Thorpe or James Morland? Number 11. Novels are all so full of nonsense and stuff. Who says that? Number 12. We have another quotation. These schemes are not at all the thing. Young men and women driving about the country in open carriages, now and then it is very well, but going to inns and public places together, it is not right. Mr. Allen says this to Catherine. True or false? Number 13. Henry Tilney has a brother. What is his name? Is it A, Charles, B, William, or C, Frederick? (14) Who says Open carriages are nasty things. A clean gown is not 5 minutes wear in them. You are splashed getting in and getting out, and the wind takes your hair and bonnet in every direction. Who says that? Number 15. Mrs. Allen has sons called John, William, and Edward. True or false? Number 16. Name the person who speaks the following lines. An extra point if you know who he is speaking to. No one can think more highly of the understanding of women than I do. In my opinion, nature has given them so much that they never find it necessary to use more than half. Number 17. I never think of myself, and I hate money. Who says this? Is it A, Mrs. Thorpe, B, Isabella, or C, Mrs. Allen? Number 18. Henry Tilney has a parsonage in a village starting with the letter W. What is the name of the village? Number 19. A little harmless flirtation or so will occur, but one is often drawn on to give more encouragement than one wishes to stand by. Who is speaking, and to whom? Four more questions. Number 20. Name the character who says, "No man is offended by another man's admiration of the woman he loves. It is the woman only who can make it a torment." Is it A, Henry Tilney, B, James Morland, or C, General Tilney? Number 21. Who had, quote, no leisure for speech, being at once blushing, tying her gown, and forming wise resolutions with the most violent dispatch? Is it A, Catherine, B, Eleanor Tilney, or C, Isabella? Number 22. Can you name the character who is described as a vain coquette, and who says, "I wear nothing but purple now. I know I look hideous in it, but no matter"? And finally, number 23, whose mother says, "You have had a long run of amusement, and now you must try to be useful"? Are you ready? All right. Number 1, what profession is Catherine Morland's father? He is a clergyman. Number 2, do you know his first name? Mr. Morland's first name is Richard. Number 3, we had 2 quotations that should have been describing Mrs. Allen. Number 4, Catherine has 9 siblings, so that should have been answer B. Number 5 was false. Mrs. Allen, not Mrs. Thorpe, invites Catherine to Bath. Number 6, we had another quotation that was describing Henry Tilney. And number 7, Henry Tilney's profession is a clergyman. Number 8, the Allens and Catherine stay in Pulteney Street in Bath. Don't worry, no points for spelling that one. Number 9, Mrs. Thorpe and Mrs. Allen know one another because they are old school friends. Handily enough, questions 10 and 11 both described John Thorpe. Number 12, the quotation of Mr. Allen describing why he dislikes the idea of her going on a carriage ride was true. He did indeed say that. 13, Henry Tilney's brother's first name is Frederick. Bonus point if you remembered that he was also a captain. 14, we had another quotation about the disadvantages of carriage rides. Mrs. Allen said it. And number 15, I should have read, Mrs. Allen has sons called John, William, and Edward. That is false. Those are Mrs. Thorpe's sons. Number 16, we had another quotation about women's intelligence. That was Henry Tilney speaking to Catherine Morland. I personally think his sister Eleanor was in that conversation too, so I think it counts if you included her as well. 17, we had two short quotations which are both said by Isabella Thorpe. 18, Henry Tilney's parsonage is in the village of Woodston. 19, we had another quotation which was said by Isabella to Catherine. Number 20, we had another quotation. That one was said by Henry Tilney. Then 21, we had another quotation that was describing the distress of Catherine. That was Catherine's embarrassment. 22, the quotations about the person who wears nothing but purple. That is, again, Isabella. And 23, Catherine's mother tells her that she must now try to be useful now that she is home again. Let me know in the comments how you did. Did you find this easy? Did you find it difficult? There are plenty of other quizzes in this quiz book. There is one for every novel, in addition to some other themes. I'm not sure if this is still in print, but if it is, I will try and link it down below. And there are a plethora of other Jane Austen quiz books out there, or indeed, you could make up your own. I will keep fighting that imposter syndrome to try and bring you 2 more videos that are in the works. And I am still working on the Regency cooking video. However, we have to wait until some of the ingredients are a more reasonable price. So until then, be safe, be well, and happy reading. Bye everyone.